What's good, YouTube? Today we have another market watch, and the first thing is the insane price of DD Assailant Secret, which is actually going to surprise you because this 420, of course, is kind of a joke. Somebody had one and put it up that they knew they weren't going to sell, but look, it's the only seller, but he has 5. So he realistically could have these listed at 100. Look, this is price plus shipping lowest first, which I usually have us set to. So we're going to indate recent first. Selling. These are sold prices, and they're spread out. 190 best offer accepted. $99.98, almost $100. 99. So, and the only one before that was October, and they don't have many more. So let's go ahead and go to the currently listed ones, and because those are sold, not even completed, and price plus shipping lowest first. Lowest on market is indeed 100, and there are actually very surprising few. So if you are a collector and you happen to have had your DD Assailant from a long time ago, because this is DR4 Secrets. DR4, of course, one of the biggest collector sets out there. Very famous for having high-priced cards like Bountiful Artemis, Icarus Attack throughout the ages. This is kind of a new level of insanity to me, and I don't really know why this card. It's actually sold though, so that's interesting. Go ahead and list yours. Dictate the market if you have it. Maybe you'll sell it for way more than you invested into it. Similarly, Dr04 Tyranno Infinity. Product currently out of stock. There are none in existence on TCG Player. It's the highest rarity, ironically, of Tyranno Infinity, as all other printings are common, and there's only 4 printings. Lowest listed on eBay is 120. That's my best match because there's only one. Let's go ahead and go to sold listings, and there's no sold listings either. Dr04 rares are just that rare, but it's not $120 rare. But if you have yours, again, this is for my people. I'm not hyping anything. Go out there, list them lower. You might make yourself something you're really happy with, because these prices, they're just purely insane to me. But the fact that these have actually had sold listings gives hope to that you could be really raking it in, because Dr04 is just that collector's niche, and people might have been like, oh yeah, I never got that, oh crap, now I'm gonna have to pay. And if you list it lower, they might be happy to pay that as a collector who's going to play and enjoy the deck that has Tyranno Infinity in it. Like, maybe you might actually get 60. That is insanity to me. But remember, Rare Doomlord was actually played in decks, and it was like $18. But that's way back before the insane kind of collector market ever started, and that's a DR4 rare example. I've always kept my Rare Doomlord. I have one myself. I don't think I have Tyranno Infinity, but I'm going to go check my collection box actually after this market watch, so I'll let you guys know in the comment section below if I happen to have stashed one. I have a rare box. This is what I like to pull from bulk. Advice for all of you guys. TP commons and rares. CP common and rares, the Astral Pack vanillas, and fusions that are short print. I collect all those. If you ever want to give them to me at events, I really do collect them. I do not really sell them ever. I just keep them in a box unless something insane like this happens to it. But I would definitely ask somebody who gave it to me before I would ever sell it, because I like them. I really do keep them. I have a box full. I'm trying to actually finish a 5K full, and I think I'm 1 row down, actually, which is pretty impressive to me. It's all first ed LOB through PSV also. The first 4 core sets of Yu-Gi-Oh! So I'm 1 whole row down, and would actually like to fill a 5K one day. It's kind of one of my semi-goals for myself. We have Trishula, Dragon of the Ice Barrier. This price still declining. Remember, I think it was 100 last time we covered it. But the rest of them, super low quantities. Yu-Gi-Oh! Black Market, shoutouts here, is the only listing. So it looks like a Trishula buyout kind of happened. He has 10, but he's the only seller for the high-speed riders version. And there's only one listed at 35, so a buyout keeps happening on TCG Player. Might want to go list yours there, because eBay is much lower. Let's refresh to make sure this is fresh. But 28 has sold 120 of these somehow. And then 30, 30, 30. So it looks like it's a solid 30 realistically. Just some TCG Player shenanigans going on, but you're playing this in a lot of the DDD variants. Not everybody's using it, but people do like summoning Trishula. Shoutouts to Kamina Cat. But definitely a a card to consider. And another DDD card, also seeing hype more exclusively on TCG Player, is the Crystron Phoenix. Somebody decided to go ahead and buy them out completely. I had said get yours under $1, and it's going. Pro Play Games trying to set the bar here with only one, though. And on eBay, let's refresh to see if this current... I always pull up the tabs, but something could be happening during Market Watch. Lowest is $1, and then we've got sets at 6 and 2, so it looks like it's raised to a solid $2 price point, I believe. So, kind of interesting that it's gone from 60 cents. I told you all to get yours while it was at 60 cents, and it's about quadrupled in price, it looks like, with perhaps expectations to go higher. I don't know about the super viability of it. I think sometimes there's better options, but definitely great against the Metal Foes match for the next 3 weeks. Ghost Ogre Secret Rare, first eds are sitting pretty at 30-ish still. Not any lower than that, and you actually save just a couple quarters, or not even a quarter, by buying on TCG Player, because the lowest is new listings actually on eBay of 29 and 31. So just interesting to see the hand trap that's highly anticipated for the format. I still kind of feel that sometimes Valor is good, but I can see why Ogre destroying it so they don't get another overlay is way better for this format. So should be interesting to see if Valor ever comes in clutch, but I feel like Ogre is the better option. Solemn Strike continues to fall. 24 lowest for the Mega Pack. And multiple sellers at this price before it goes up, with a whole playset at 24. Similarly, the Bosch ones are down under 30 barely as well. Pretty interesting. I think we'll continue to maybe see it fall to $20 as it phases out of the format, as Dimensional Barrier gets favored. And we see the lowest on eBay is actually 25 Spanish. The rest are like Oricas and stuff, as you see. I'm not going to show the next one. Don't want to do that. But 25 also. So realistically, been going down, and I think deservedly so. I think we could see it hit its low of 20 again when the Megatons came out. At its highest peak here, I believe its highest ever has been 250, is Fairy Tail Snow. Highly anticipated for all the lawn mowing decks, a short print common, that's why. Last time I didn't know the reason, now we do. And starting to spike again, you see that normal price of $1. Well, it's going up, and plenty of sellers, plenty of quantity. It's just the fact that that price seems like it's going to be sticking for players who want to be doing lawn mowing decks. So you might want to try to like ask a buddy to trade for their playset at 5 if they're not using it. But realistically, people are going to start valuing these at 3s, I would think, trading. So it's going to be tough unless you have a friend hook you up. Similarly, though, $2. It's actually a little cheaper on eBay before it sells out. This guy's sold 39. Let's see how many more he has in stock. Just 9 at that price to hold the fort on eBay. So, again, if you're buying, these might not be the worst if you don't got any friends who will hook you up. But definitely a common that has high utility. I would say one of the best common monsters in the game alongside Unizombie and Gofu. There's not many better commons that have been printed recently in my memory that are that good. And finally, Card of Demise is at one of its lowest points ever. It was hitting like, I believe 15 when it was anticipated on the ban list, and it's about back there as it's been phasing out. So just kind of following the decline of these cards. Lowest buy it now 15, you'll save that full $1. And then it says light play though, so never mind that. Near mint 16, so holding the line at 16, almost down to 15. If you always wanted to have a side Demise deck, maybe like a Barrier Statue, Chain Burn, something fun, I would kind of suggest going ahead and trading for these soon-ish. It may fall further though, as it's not seeing anything in the meta, but if it sees any relevancy, it could. Like, honestly, going first, if you can win your dice rolls, as bad as that sounds, setting up against Zodiac is very strong. So, similar to how lawn mowing decks are going to want to overpower by going second when they go second with their resources, this wants to overpower by setting a bunch of cards and maybe playing back, because Drancia popping just 1 is usually not going to be enough against 5 back row. Even with the Twin Twisters, that's still 2 back row, and now you're playing Yu-Gi-Oh! But overall, just an interesting market watch. $100 DR4 you know, lowest prices with sales of all things. That is insane to me. I don't know about you guys. If you guys think this is justified, let me know why in the comments below for Assailant, and let me know if you're gonna be able to list yours and go find yours tonight, because I love helping my audience. I love helping them make $1, and you all can always help me back on the Patreon as well. I need to raise funds for that internet for those regionals coverages. So I do like doing the series, and this is the only place I really push the Patreon ever, because a lot of you guys tell me how much you make, and why not hook it back up? But for real though, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this one, and some rises, some declines with the Solemns and the Demise. What do you guys think, and what do you guys want to pick up? And let me know any cards I missed.